because a few weeks.
Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting. Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sop. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yeshua in Jacksonville, Florida. But first I like to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akans, to the women, and to the children around the world in Paleo Hebrew. Kal Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha Rukah Kodash Mahamal. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and in truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Ha'awam. Salutation to the Yakins who are the four corners of the earth, and to the women and children, Shalom. This is on TikTok. It says Yellowstone CERN, the creator and 3D Atlas, final chapter. Well, they're getting ready to deceive the mass, right? I guess they don't want us to believe that the 3i Atlas could be a chariot, what they call a so-called UFO, right? Because they're getting real scared that the size of it and how fast it can travel. Okay, but this has to do with CERN and what they call that blue project beam. The title of this lesson, The End Times. Here we go.
Before the creators arrive, the Project Bluebeam will be launched.
Bluebeam.
This will be the biggest deception known to mankind. It will start with a massive power failure around the world. All internet, light and phone communications will be shut down. The sky will be filled with holographic technology that will look so real you won't question it, and this is all getting prepared right now as we speak. They are already telling you on mainstream that what's coming is a threat to humanity. Then one has to ask, is where did they get this information from? Have they made in contact with them to come to this conclusion? Think about that and then ask yourself this, who should we really fear, the ones already here or the ones that are coming? Now if
That's right, you know. I mean, why they're so afraid? If they have not communicated with it yet, why they're making so much assumptions? Well, we know, because that's Yahweh Shai coming back with the host of angels. I'm going to go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceives you. Right? And, you know, now with technology and AI, they are going to do, the Edomites, what I'm talking about, they're going to do everything they can to deceive the mass, right? I want to go to Colossians chapter 2. Give me a minute. Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoils you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahweh Shai. It's like I couldn't pronounce or say the word correctly. But you know, how many years they've been pushing on our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and speckled birds, the philosophy of this world and the pagan religion of this world, right? Now that they have technology, they're going to, you know, demand, or else, if you don't worship them, the Edomites and AI, right? And on top of that, can't forget that what we're waiting for is when they bring in and mandate the MOTV, right? Once that happens, things are going to move much faster. I want to jump to verse 8. Oops, what happened? Let no man beguile you of your reward in a voluntary humility and worshiping of angels, intruding into those things which he has not seen. Vanity puffed up by his fleshly mind. Hmm? Yeah. They haven't talked to the chariots or the so-called UFOs to know that they're bad, wicked, and evil. The bad, wicked, and evil are the ones here on earth, right? The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Job chapter 9, verse 24. I want to go to 2 Thessalonians. Give me a minute. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that they shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. I mean, can't say that we're not closer than ever before, because the whole world knows that the Edomites are the wicked, right? And they know that the impostors over there in Israel are not the ones that are the real chosen ones. I want to jump to verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightnesses of his coming. Yeah. Didn't they say that on the 3i, those bright lights are not what they thought? It's some type of energy from the inside and not from the sun. Edomites are freaking out. I want to go to Matthew chapter 24. Give me a minute. Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Yeah, that has already been happening. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of war and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Well, that is also true. Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Yeah. They don't know, a lot of our people, so-called Negro South American speckled birds, at least 2/3 of them, they don't like when we let them know that the name of the Son of the Most High, his name is Yahweh Shai. Okay? It's not that Jesus, right? That's Caesar Borgia, son of a pope. Right? That was only to distract our people, because now the beast system is what's kicking in. It's coming, to life with the AI. I want to jump to verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Yeah. That is happening. I think it was in TikTok, where they're talking about the Catholic Church is going to start ordering all these Christian churches to close down. Okay? He wants, I guess, everyone to come to him for worshiping. Of course, when he says, I say him, talking about AI with him, right? I want to go now to Matthew 24. Let me jump to verse 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Woo, man. It's amazing how the Bible comes to life. Jump to verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Yeah, that is happening right now as I read this. Verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? Not get caught up in these paganism holidays. Right? Not walking away from the truth. Okay? I want to jump to verse 24. Yeah. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders. Yeah, here comes the Blue Project. Insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. If it were possible. But it's not going to be possible. It will be impossible because Yahweh Shai will not allow it. I'm going to jump verse 22. Slakia. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Isn't that beautiful, great news? The Edomites think that what they're planning is going to go the way they plan it, right? With AI, that everything's going to fall the way they want. But lo and behold, Yahushua is going to make those days shorter, right? Meaning it's going to go so fast. Once they mandate the MOTD, that's it. Things are going to move so fast. I want to go to 1 Timothy. Give me a minute. That this wicked kingdom is going to go bye-bye. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrine of devils. Yeah, we've seen people in camps, walk away from the truth and from the name of Yahweh Shai and go back to that wicked, paganist religion. Revelation chapter 16. Give me a minute. Chapter 16, verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahweh Almighty. Yeah. Doing this CERN deception, so 2/3 of our people are going to, bow down to it and say, look what great miracles and power, right? And they're going to take the mark, right? So they can go be thrown, they be turned to cyborgs, number one, and then they're going to be sent to fight Yahweh Shai when he comes back with the host of angels. Crazy, huh? Verse 15, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he, watches and keeps his garment, lest he walks naked and they see his shame. And the garment is keeping the word, the truth, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Matthew chapter 24. Give me a minute while I go back to that. Verse 44. Therefore, wait, give me a minute. Okay, no, that this is good. Okay. Yeah, 44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man cometh. Yeah. Be prepared. Don't be always, we take time out, right? And go out, okay? But to get caught up every day in the entertainment of this wicked world, right? No. We can't do that. Especially now that it's getting closer, okay? I'm going to leave it with 1 Thessalonians. Chapter 5, verse 6. Things are moving fast already. Here we go. Verse 6. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Right? Not to get caught up in the things of this world and forget that we have a purpose. We've been called. Right? We've been awakened. I'll jump to verse 17. Pray without ceasing. Verse 18. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of Yahweh in Yahweh Shai concerning you. Verse 19. Quench not the spirit, right? When you're thirsty, don't stop, of drinking the water of truth. Verse 20. Despise not prophesying. Verse 21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Verse 22, abstain from all appearances of evil. And boy, they are getting more and more aggressive with that evilness around the whole world, right? War, they're putting so much poison in the air, in the water, in the land, and the food. It's crazy. Verse 23, and the very Yahweh of peace sanctifies you wholly. I pray, Yahweh, your whole spirit and soul and body be preserved blameless unto the coming of Yahweh Shai. Right? Because he's the only one that can clean us. See? By doing the work to the best of our ability, we're asking for mercy. You see? And we're also building up spiritual credit, because we're going to need it when this shutdown, which is going to be worldwide. People are going to go bonkers, I hope that this was edifying, and with that I say, Shalom.